Over the years, you've heard me ask wealth manager Warren Ingram the big questions. How do we invest wisely? How do we protect our family's future? All those conversations, that entire library of financial expertise is now available as a podcast. Straightforward advice to help you build your wealth on demand. Just search for Warren Ingram's Personal Finance wherever you get your podcasts.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
24 minutes before 10 o'clock. So, remember we spoke about the Kenny Kunene matter last week on the 702 open line. And we spoke to the spokesperson for the Patriotic Alliance who was explaining why Gayton McKenzie as president has decided to allow processes to unfold, an investigation into like Kenny Kunene for about a month. So he's going to step down from party activities. He's resigned as a councillor as well, so he's no longer MMC as well. And the whole issue is that he was found, remember, at the home of KT Molefe, the man who was arrested, and he was arrested because he's linked to some charges and the murder of DJ Somebody. So when the police went to arrest KT Molefe, you will remember that they found Kenny Kunene there. And then afterwards, after we spoke to the spokesperson of the Patriotic Alliance last week, we also spoke to the former Hawks head, General Godfrey Lebeya, because the KZN Provincial Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi claimed that there was a time when they went to arrest Molefe, and there is another group of law enforcement officers from the Hawks who tried to stop that arrest, and seemingly they were sent by Godfrey Lebeya. So we spoke to Godfrey Lebeya, who said, I didn't send people to go stop the arrest. And he said he was called by a police informant who told him that there are people who are identifying themselves as Hawks officers. Now, there has since been a development in that story. Africa News Global, which is the same news platform that Kenny Kunene says was going to publish an exclusive interview with Molefe. Remember when Kenny Kunene was found at the house of Molefe, he said, I was there to accompany a journalist who was going to interview Molefe, and the story was going to be exclusive on Africa News Global. Now, Africa News Global yesterday ran a story confirming that the person who actually called Godfrey Lebeya, who was then the Hawks head, is actually businessman Malcom X. And Malcom X confirmed to Africa News Global that he is indeed the person who called the Hawks head to say there are people here identifying themselves as Hawks officers. So we've got him on the line to chat to us about this. He joins us now on the line. Malcom X, thank you so much for making time for us. Good morning. Welcome to 702.
Pleasure is all mine.
Let's start from the beginning. So you have now confirmed that you are the person that called Godfrey Lebeya, who was the Hawks head, to inform him that there are people at Katiso KT Molefe's house who want to arrest him, who are pretending to be Hawks officers. Can you explain what happened then? How did you find yourself at this house, and what did you say to Godfrey Lebeya at the time?
Thank you for having me. First of all, the story is exclusive of Africa News Global. It was broken by them after having interviewed me. And the journalist is Bianca Binase, BB. Now, on the day in question, that was 6 December 2024, I received a call from someone who said someone that I know very well, who is one of my clients in my consulting business, who said he's the brother to Molefe, KT Molefe.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said, look, Malcolm, I'm not around, but please do me a big favor. My brother just called me and said he's either about to be arrested or kidnapped and possibly killed by people who are masquerading as police officers at his house. Then he sent me the address. He directed me to the house. I drove there quickly. It was during the day. I didn't even have time to call for backup or tell the police about it. So I went there alone. As I was about to park, then I saw there were about 35 to 40 people in the yard, and there were many vehicles outside the yard. Then at the entrance, they wouldn't allow me to enter the yard. They said they are police officers. Then I said, okay, from which division? They said, why is it my business? Then I explained them that their brother to the owner of the house asked me to come through. On arrival, several of them were talking to me. Well, they were very rude, even refusing to show me their identification cards to prove they were policemen. Then I said, guys, this is very suspicious because there are people here wearing ballot levels, refusing to show me their identity cards. Some cars had no registration numbers. Then I said, if you are policemen, my name is Malcom X. If you are policemen, please show me who proof of that. So some said, hey, you can't be Malcolm. So I took out my ID and showed them that it's my real name, as in the name is Malcolm, surname is X. So I requested them to do the same. They wouldn't. Then eventually I said, can I speak to your commander? They said he's not available. At some stage, the commander came and said, yes, we are policemen. But some of them had already said, because I asked them from which division. Then I said, are you Hawks, Crime Intelligence, or SAPS? They said all that. And when they said all that, that's when I decided to call General Godfrey Lebeya from my cell phone. I called him. He picked up. Then I said, General, there are people here who say they are Hawks.
Yeah.
Some of them say they are Hawks, and they were sent by you to this operation. And I told him how I got to be there. Then he said, look, I have no knowledge of any Hawks members doing an operation in Sentin. Can I verify? He verified and called back and said, no. They are not Hawks because I just spoken to my people. Hawks members are not supposed to be there, but I will send teams to come verify them. Then at some stage, I'm heading take long. So they arrived. Some apparently came from Pretoria or Campton Park, Sun Hill. But then I then met Hawks members that I know personally from Job Exhibit. They arrived. Hi, Malcolm, how are you? We've been told to come here. We've been told that we are here as well. Then I said, I'm here. I'm the one that called General. Then they verified those people that they are. Then they came out and said, okay, it's confirmed. They are policemen.
Okay.
And but when I called the General, I actually put my phone on the speaker. They could hear I was talking to General Godfrey Lebeya. So it came as a surprise when General Nkwanali, during his interview, when he said, someone at the house called head of the Hawks to intervene and try to stop the police from doing their job, or to intervene and try to stop the police from arresting Molefe. That was not the case. I personally called General Mkonazi myself. I have proof on my phone.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a moment, Malcolm. Okay. I just wanted you to give us like what happened in the beginning. I think we get that. Now, here's a question. So you said the brother of Molefe is the one who called you and said, my brother is about to be arrested and we're concerned, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why did the brother call you? Why didn't he call the police?
I don't know why he didn't call the police. But as a super consultant that I am.
What do you consult in? Are you a lawyer?
No, a consultant with a registered company in consulting. I consult for everything, entertainment, construction, all that.
Okay, so with legalities like this, what gives you the authority to be, for instance, if someone consults me, it's probably going to be about the media, interviews. You know, nobody's going to call me, for instance, and say, oh my God, my brother is about to be arrested and these people are identified, because I don't have authority on that. I don't consult in that space. So I'm trying to understand, if you are not a lawyer, you are not an investigator, on what authority did the brother of Molefe call you and say, help?
The brother of Molefe called me because he's been my client for a long time in entertainment. Now they know that I'm very close to authorities as in politicians, businessmen and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
and he knew. Yeah,
okay.
And he knew that at that level I could assist.
Okay, that might make sense. So they knew that you are close to authorities. So based on the Africa News Global website, they are saying that you said that it's the friend of Molefe who called you. In fact, let me quote it here. It says, Malcom X told Africa Global that he received a call from a client of his who happened to be friends with Molefe. So you told Africa News Global this person was friends with Molefe. You're telling me now that this person was brothers to Molefe. Which is which?
Okay. Now, in the streets, a friend can be a brother can be a friend. I could be friends with someone, but the friendship could be at a level whereby we feel that we are brother, we feel that it's no longer just a friendship, but a brotherhood. Now, I've got people who are not related to me biologically, but I call them my brother. How are you, my brother? We call each other brothers.
Okay, so in this case, can we be clear then? Is it a friend or is it a brother?
I don't know if they are friends or brothers, but they call each other brothers. So when he called me, say my brother, I don't question that because I've never met Molefe in my life. I don't have his cell number. I don't know if he's got my cell number. Even at the time he got arrested, I did not see him being taken out of the house, but his children confirmed that, yes, our father has just been arrested because we stayed there for about 10 to 11 hours.
Yeah.
At the gate, yeah.
Okay. Where do you get the contacts of the Hawks? When you say you are close to authorities, are you close to the then Hawks head, Godfrey Lebeya, as well? And here's why I'm asking that, right? If for instance, as Malcom X, you're concerned about people who may be posing as police officers, do you have a relationship with Godfrey Lebeya that gives you the access to call him? Because you could have called the station commander or another police station. Can you help me understand that relationship with the former Hawks head?
At the time, I got a call from Katie Molefe's brother or friend, as you said it. The first person I called was the minister of the police. He didn't pick up. Then I called head of the Hawks because I wanted to call as the minister and say, hey, there are policemen here who say they are policemen. When I didn't pick up, I called Lebeya. In my life, I've met Lebeya once in his office in Pretoria. He's got my number. I've got his number. Now, all these people, politicians, they are human beings. They are accessible. And as a super consultant...
And he's not a politician, remember. He's not a politician. He's a law officer. He's a Hawks head.
Yes. Look, I've got access to his bosses. They have access to me. As a super consultant in my business, you must have access to everyone.
When you say his bosses, what do you mean?
I'm talking about the ministers.
Oh, the ministers. Okay.
Yeah. Now, in my level of business, I must have access to everyone. They have access to me as well. If you and I are friends and you happen to be appointed to be a minister, I'm not going to start running away from you because you are now in a higher position. The friendship continues.
So do you think then Lebeya gave you access to himself because you have access to his bosses?
No. I gave him access to me.
Okay.
I give Lebeya access to me.
What was the condition? Are you able to tell us why you guys met in the office back in the day? Was it on a separate matter?
Yeah, it was on a separate matter. It was not on this. And to clarify you, if General Lebeya said he was called by a police informant, I don't remember him saying that because I'm not a police informant. And he wouldn't say that.
All right, hold on. He wouldn't say that. He did say it on this show. Listen to this.
Yeah.
So the source who called you, what interest does that person have in this matter? Is it only because they're friends of Molefe, or do they have any other interest in this matter?
I do not know their relationship. Firstly, I don't even know this Molefe. I never heard about him before. So it's not one of the famous names that when a person mentioned it, one would have picked it up. So I don't know what is his relationship with this individual. It is something that this person himself can indicate. I just took it that they are general friends. But to us, we just took this is an information from somebody who has been providing information in the past. It's not the first time that he's providing the information.
But then he's also friends with this man who was about to be arrested, and he has a relationship with the police because he's given them information before.
The informant, all the people in South Africa, those who want to fight crime from time to time, provide information. The fact that they might be closely related to criminals is something that we will not be knowing from the word go. So, yes, he provided the information to us, which in the past we had to work on it. And obviously I can't be revealing the nature of the information that he provided.
But this man has provided information before that was credible to the police.
Yes.
And this time around, his friend was about to be
that's it.
arrested.
So that's the part I wanted you to hear, Malcom X. Godfrey Lebeya confirmed on the show last week that you have provided information to the Hawks as an informant, which has been credible before.
Okay, that is not true. In fact, please put it on record that I have never provided information to the Hawks or the police, as the general says. I'm actually appalled. I'm not an informant, as he says. If I were to show you my our communications, as in WhatsApp communications, since 2023, you'll see that there's nothing about providing information, credible information. I've never been his informant. I've never been registered as his informant.
So what were you guys talking about since 2023 on WhatsApp with the head of the Hawks?
We're talking about things that have nothing to do with being an informant, nothing to do with Katie Molefe. I did not know Molefe. So on the court, I'm not his informant. I've never been.
But since 2023, you were talking to the Hawks head. What were you guys talking about?
We're talking about things that are totally different from what's being reported here. And it was
like
not
what?
about
Is it
giving
something you can't
information
tell
to-
us? Is it a secret?
It's not something that I can discuss on the media
Why
And
can't you
then-
discuss it?
because it's a privileged information.
Okay. Does
And
it have
it has
anything
not-
to
yeah.
do with the Godfrey Lebeya's work as Hawks head?
Yes, it does. But it has nothing to do with being closely related to criminals, as he alleges. I heard he said the source closely related to criminals. First of all, I've never met Molefe. When I went to his house, I had to be given directions.
Yeah. No, I get
I
that
didn't have
part.
this
I get
one.
that part.
Yeah.
Do you understand why some South Africans are listening to this and they're wondering, there's a businessman out there who's had a relationship with the head of the Hawks and he can't disclose what that relationship is? Because if you said to us, well, we were talking about information I was providing to them because I was an informant, okay, then that makes sense because you can't share that with us. But you had a relationship with the head of the Hawks as a businessman.
Yes.
In the context of what Mkonazi has said about people who are business people, who have relationships with people who are law enforcement, who are in the law enforcement agencies, do you understand why it's causing some confusion to some South Africans?
I understand that. And but it has nothing to do with one being an informant. It has nothing to do with having reported something to him. I'm actually surprised that, because I wasn't aware of this.
Okay.
That you just
Did
let me listen.
you link Kenny Kunene to Molefe?
No. I don't know how Kenny Kunene and Molefe met, if they ever met.
Okay. What's your relationship with Kenny Kunene?
Kenny Kunene has been my friend since 2005 and a business partner as well. We co-owned the nightclub together we've been in the entertainment business for a long time. He's my business associate.
Okay, so Kenny Kunene didn't talk to you about Molefe that, hey, we want to run this story on Africa News Global. I need his address and I need his contact details.
No, he never spoke to me about it. In fact, I'm the one who volunteered, who called Kenny and said, hey, look, man, I saw an interview of General Godfrey Lebeya saying he will not divulge the name of the person that called him. I was surprised why wouldn't the journalist say I was called by Malcom X. Then I'm the one that said, look, I want the public to know that I'm the one that called because I've got nothing to hide.
Okay.
And but I told the general before I called him, I said, General, I'm surprised that you did not mention my name. Then he said, look, because I didn't have your permission and I had to respect Poppy Act. Yeah, then I said, I'm going to speak that I'm the one that called you. Then he said, I don't have a problem. I even said to him in my message to him, look, can I also use the picture that I took with you in your office as proof that we know each other and that...
Okay.
Yeah.
So you called General Mkhwanazi after his press briefing. Do you have a relationship with General Mkhwanazi? Because you seem to have a very close relationship with these top police officials because you said you've got links to their bosses.
They also have relationships with me.
Yeah. On what basis? On what basis?
I've never met General Mkhwanazi before. Besides to say we had an international festival in Durban in May.
Yeah.
We brought Rick Ross. I was a joint venture partner at that festival, and obviously we had to interact with authorities in Durban, the municipality, and in one of the pictures, General Mkhwanazi met my business partner.
Okay, so when you called him after his press briefing, what were you trying to clarify to him?
I was trying to say, General, you said someone that called General Lebeya tried to interfere with the work of the police. I'm that person, and I was not trying to interfere with the work of the police.
Then what did he say?
He did not pick up. Then 3 hours later, he called me. I also missed his call. The following day, I called him twice, but he did not pick up.
Okay.
Prior to that, I had sent him, after the festival, I had sent him a message to thank him.
Okay.
For a festival that went well, where our people were safe.
Okay.
So I've never had a telephone discussion with him besides missing each other's calls.
Okay, got it. Should you be asked to come and testify at this inquiry with any information you may have had, are you willing to do that?
If they don't invite me, I will go there and try to force myself in because it's important for me to be there.
Malcom X, thank you so much for making time for us. I really appreciate you coming through. My goodness, my head is spinning because I've got so much to say. There's a lot that as a South African I'm concerned about based on what I've just heard. 2 minutes before 10 o'clock.